This video is about how to model sine functions. This is the general form for sine function. Y equals A sine B times parentheses x plus c plus d. For the period, it equals 2 times absolute value of the maximum for x value minus minimum for x value. For this b equals 2 pi over period. For the a equals maximum minus minimum over 2. For this d equals maximum value plus minimum value over 2. I will use this sine model to model this curve from C to D. I already put this vase into GeoGebra to figure out the coordinates for CD. Then we know the C is the minimum point and the maximum point will be the D. Like this is a C and this is a D. And we got the maximum equals 2.54, minimum value equals 1.28. X maximum value equals 4.67, and X minimum value equals 0.525. Let's check the parent function pattern so that we decide that A is a positive or negative. As we know, y equals sine x is this pattern. We will get the maximum first, then go to minimum. But for y equals negative sine x, we will get the minimum first, then go to maximum. Look at this curve. If we think this is a sine function, you could see we got the minimum first, then maximum, which means this will be the general form for this curve, y equals negative a, sine b times x plus c plus d. So we get this a is negative, but I want to figure out a is positive. That's the reason I put the negative sign before this a. Then for the period equals 2 times x maximum minus x minimum, you will get the 8.29. Therefore, for the b, we use 2 pi over period. You will get the 0.758. For the a, we use maximum minus minimum over 2. You will get 0.63. For this d, basically this is a midline. You will get maximum plus minimum over 2. That is 1.91. We're using this value, we can figure out the general form when c equal to 0. That will be y equals negative 0.63 sine 0.758x plus 1.91. Then you will figure out when x equals what kind of value, then the minimum point happens. We will make 0.758x equals pi over 2 to figure out the minimum value happens at x equals 2.072. But for the original curve, the minimum value happens when x equals 0.525. Therefore, you need to move this function to the left c units. This c is a horizontal translation. Therefore, we will get the c equals 2.072 minus 0.525. You will get the 1.547. Since moving to the left means C is positive, therefore you will get the y equals negative 0.63 sine 0.758 times x plus this horizontal translation 1.547 plus 1.91. Then I put this sine function into GeoGebra to check how well it fits this curve. It's just like this.